I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And it was really one of the first things we connected on. It was one of the first things we started talking about when we met, was just the different things that we wanted to do in the world and how passionate we were about seeing change. I think that was, that's what got date 2 in the books, probably.
Plenty to talk about.
My name is Harry, I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is October 18, 2023. It is 1:22 a.m. This is my back end. 3,390 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. My estimate revenue, $354.76. Feel free to skip when I first start the videos, okay? So I'm just showing this as for record purposes. Okay, there's the estimate showing above here, and my views in the last 48 hours is 4,050, and there's my subscribers. Okay, so this is what I have to share with you. I don't have that much regarding Harry and Meghan, but I have 4 tweets regarding William and Kate, 2 tweets regarding Britney, they sort of related, 2 tweets regarding Meghan, 2 tweets regarding some stuff, news kind of things, Greta who got arrested, and something about GB News, and then 6 tweets regarding war. Once I finish, I guess, the Meghan things, if you guys are not interested about politics and other things, feel free to stop watching. Okay, I'll give you a heads up. I don't know how much I'm gonna say on these videos. If I have, let's say, around 40 or 50 minutes into that, once I get to here, I'll create another video to spare you some. Oh, there's another one. Okay, so I put it last. I completely forgot about it. So let's bring it up here regarding Kate. There's a possibility I might move it along again, because there was another image that made reference to it. I just didn't want to look for the tweet, and I forgot I already copied it. Let me make sure I grab everything. Okay, yeah, so now I have 5 regarding Kate. It's a LOL kind of tweet. Okay, so let's go on Twitter. We're gonna start with the first one. Twitter, first one. It took me a while. I had to search for some stuff. Okay, so I bookmark mine where I say where Israel might be a good start. Okay, but the tweet started here. Okay, so that was right after. Okay, let me go back to the list. Now I remember this, the one that I just switched up. Let's bring it right after this. Okay, because of the claw thing, the way she put her hand. So I highlighted already so I could go to it. Okay, so this is the first tweet. Okay, like I said, I bookmarked mine, but the tweet started here. Okay, Express, peace in the Middle East. Okay, so there's 2 people responded, well said, exactly, that's William Life Mission. Okay, so let's go into it and see. Well, usually she bookmark things, so pretty much that's it. There's other people. Another royal fiasco. Isn't Caribbean, Boston, New York? Let's block this. Okay, another royal fiasco. Isn't the Caribbeans, Boston, New York, and indication of how bad an idea it is. Plus, why do multimillionaires want to burden hardworking citizens of other countries already struggling to make ends meet with paying the bills for their security and travel? Notice British media emphatically saying they're popular with the next sentence stating their Caribbean disaster. Again, they're asking they bring their kids along as a shield to subdue criticism and protest. These articles are not fooling anyone but the royalist. This store business is a disaster waiting to happen. Those two can be trusted on their own. All they do is stumble and mumble. Kate is afraid to travel far from her cottage, and William doesn't want to be in her company for an extended period of time. The British media can stay mad. It ain't happening. Well, they will make it happen, but hey, that's their problem. This is their baggage. Okay, Charles and Diana foreign tours showed up. The crack in the marriage. The royal family don't want to repeat with William and Kate. That's their problem. But the reason I changed the order of that tweet. Okay, you see the hand here? Alright, the next tweet, this is it. Look at that. Wow, this is awkward. The claw made a turn. Oh my god, I don't know who did that. I just thought that was funny. There's the oh my lord. Oh, so okay, have some fun of your own. So they just have this. Okay, I was just wondering. So they just this is the thing here, and then they put it the image here. Okay. Oh my god, no wonder she scares the kids. There's that. So this is where she got it. This was my original thought, but then I remember the claw. All right, so let's go to the next one. That was the thing that I arranged. Okay, that the squad who's making the fun out of that. Next tweet. All right, again I bookmarked mine, but this I shared with you in some videos last week. Okay, so this is mine here. I mean, the taxpayers don't say anything, and by their BS, so scamming continue. So let's start with the original tweet here. This is Pagan Trelawney. A report from Giving Evidence showed how little impact royal patronage has on charities, and lies and obfuscation are a large part of why the royal family, in collaboration with their tabloid allies, grossly exaggerate what they give to the nation while downplaying the lion's share that they take. Like I said, this is the recycle system that goes in the UK. All right, you have the politician doing their BS. Okay, put people in poverty, and then you have the tabloid who's telling the people lies. You know, don't let people know what's going on, and then the royal family pretend they're helping. Okay, they just pretend, and then they get money for pretending. That's all. It's just a recycle system. I call it the three branch of the government in the UK. This is how the government in the UK work. You have the tabloid, you have the royal family, and you have the elected officials. So they all are scratching each other's back. The main ones is the tabloid who's putting the blindfold on people. And then you have the politician who's putting people in poverty. And then there's the royal family pretend to be the savior, and then getting money from the taxpayers. Okay, this went unnoticed last week, but Prince William and Kate Middleton lied on social media in 2022 that they had given a grant of £345,000 to Two Ridings CF, only for their financial report to come out in 2023 and shows that they had only given £13,043. Okay, abolish the monarchy. Alright, so this I shared last week. I read some of your comments. Some of you said, just read the damn thing. You didn't say it like that. I'm just paraphrasing in my own head the way that I read just read the damn thing. So the squad, some comments were saying, just read the thing. They don't have time to pause the screen and read. Okay, so let me read it again. So this is the screenshot they took. So pleased to announce £345,000 of funding from the Royal Foundation and at Two Ridings CF, leaving a lasting legacy of support for young people's mental health here in Scarborough. Now, the thing is that I didn't say that the last time that I read it. Now that I'm reading it a second time, the two writing CF, I know some of you who probably say, you see what happened when you read it again. But anyway, that's not the point here. The point here, on this tweet, they tag, okay? It's not pound to writing CF, the name of the charity. It's at, meaning that once they put it, they will see it, okay? That charity will see it. How come they didn't correct that tweet? Huh? How come they didn't correct the tweet to say it's not 343,000 pounds? It's 13,000. How much the amount is here? 13,043. Okay. Two Writing Community Foundation. That's the name. CF, the Community Foundation. How come they didn't respond back and said, no, you didn't give 343. What was the amount again? 345,000 pounds. So they should respond that. So they all are in the same boat to keep their mouth shut. So I don't know. And at the end of the day, it's the people that's all messed up. Okay, who is being played on this nonsense that they play. Okay, so let's see. They did the same thing during COVID. If taxes are already going to the government to the squad of finding more stuff. Okay, if taxes are already going to the government to run these programs, what role do these two actually have? And why should more taxes go to funding them? Okay, Kate and William launched £5 million scheme to support Britain's mental health during the anxious coronavirus lockdown. Wow. When was that? That was back in 2020. Caroline Finn. To be clear, none of the £5 million for the mental health campaign that William and Kate are backing is coming from them personally. Wow. Nor from their foundation. It's government money. Oh my God. Wow. 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 They just attach their name to it to pretend that it's them who's doing it. Kate and William launched $5 million. Wow. I don't know. I mean, the US, the US is in deep shit, but it was gonna be in worse shape if we better pay attention. If Trump was in power, these kind of things would be doing the same thing happening in the US. Alright, so that's my comment here. I mean, the taxpayers don't say anything and buy their BS, so scamming continue. Once election season starts, BS the people with racism ranting, there's the rolling eye. Everyone forget about the scamming and the cycle repeats. Racism blind them and they're willing to suffer. Sad state of affair. 3 people like it. Okay. 345,000 pounds less than 13,043 equals 331,957. Why hasn't William paid off the debt of his in-laws? Okay, there's one comment here. After that, I'm going to the next one. LOL. Another word, he packed this amount. Whew, let me leave them with their problem. I'm sorry, UK, the little people, the people who's working hard trying to make ends meet. Oh my God. Let the blind see. This one is a kind of a LOL. This is a kind of thing here. Fantasy versus reality kind of thing. The way they were hyping Egg before he went to New York, I honestly thought it would be like this, but he ended up in a pond and a room and a little room. So this is what that person thought, that squaddy thought. This is the kind of thing that William will be having. Okay, a room full of people listening or whatever. I think that was a heavy thing when he did that in Japan, I think. I could be wrong. I think that's what it was. This is what she thought, okay? This is another event. This is what she thought when William was going to New York. All right, they were hyping his head up. You know, he's going to be doing this. He's very much love in New York and all of that. Okay, something like this. All right, but instead, what did she say here? Ended up in a pond in a little room. So the little room is when he was shaking hand with the UN secretary, I believe, and then the secretary was showing him off the stage. Okay, where is this? Harry was in Tokyo. Yep, so that's what it was. Harry was in Tokyo. William was in New York 2 weeks ago. They only went to compare him with Harry. LOL, pure curiosity, I bet. Shaking my head. Okay, the ancestors say, wade in the water, William. He lucky day. Okay, I can't read this. It's a different language. All right, so there's the laugh. Let's go to my last tweet regarding Kate and William. I think that's what it was. Right? Yeah, so there's this here. Gosh, Kate is still being a psycho about Meghan's famous white dresses, while there is very important news about Gaza. So on the cover for the British public who like to choose Gaza or Kate copy dress. Here is a prime example of toxic British media. On the right, a photo of the ongoing war. On the left, a photo of Kate Middleton with the heading, we did all white Kate. My goodness, if you know, you know. Alright, so pretty much copying Meghan. And then there's that white supremacy. They're saying it without saying it kind of thing. And the ethnic cleansing that's going in the Middle East. That's the way that I see it. Israel Prime Minister vowed to blitz monsters, hammer Black Gaza escape route. My goodness. Baggage forgot. I have more regarding the war. It's at the end. Alright, so there's me here just throwing her under the bus pretty much. Alright, so there's that. After, okay, so let me read everything. Okay, LOL. The British press does not get the only irony behind all white Kate. There's a laugh. It's like they are telling us who made the Archie skin color comment or who started the conversation. I imagine Kate started it by going to key relatives since Harry said there was multiple conversations. Okay, Kate and her British media friends must be the most useless people on the planet. Okay, just like their king and his family, no empathy. Even though a family member vowed to end conflict in Israel, he is nowhere near where there is utter misery and the cozy of one of his numerous homes, tending his rose garden while the leader. Okay, she's living up to her nickname very well. Baggage forgot. That's all I have to say. So now I'm into Britney. Okay, Britney Spears. Okay, so that's this here. Britney Spears revealed in her memoir that Justin Timberlake got her pregnant around late 2000, but they both agreed to get an abortion, TMZ report. Okay? The way that I see this here, when you see the next post, you will understand. That southern kind of mentality. Where is she from? She's from one of the racist states. Okay, let's look it up before. I think is it Mississippi or Louisiana? Okay. Britney. Okay. It will tell me right here. Born December 2, 1981, age 41. Okay. Macomb, Mississippi. Right? Is that what MS is? Mississippi. Yeah, Mississippi. I wanted to make sure the abbreviation. This is not the state I really write. It's Mississippi. Okay, one of the racist state in the U.S. And then with that being said, the mentality of white supremacists down there, where they want to subdue their women and all of that. Keep that in mind. None of this post is saying that, but this is my perception of things. Okay. When you see one problem, it's not just what's in front of you. There's many layers of other things that swirl into what you have seen in your in front of you. Packaging. All right. So you have here this young lady who was making money at a very young age, and the mentality of southern state, maybe the way they raise her, the mentality of things. So now she was, back in 2000, she was dating Timberlake, and now, we find out now she had a miscarriage. I'm saying miscarriage. No, completely different. Abortion. Now, probably, who knows how it was phrased to her to get rid of it, or whatever, the pressure they put on her, so she agrees to it. Now, from what I understand, I don't follow Justin Timberlake. I mean, I don't hate him. I don't like him. It's just another person. Ever since what happened with the Super Bowl with Janet Jackson, where Janet Jackson was the one who ended up getting all the blame, and then he walked out scot-free without anything. It's almost like I don't care about him. Okay? I can't stand him. I just avoid him completely. Okay, he made his life. He goes on. Now he has a family on his own. You could never see his kids. He's moving on. Okay, so now there's Britney, who left with the burden. All this packaging, they probably forced her. I don't know how it was packaged to her, how it was said to her for her to have the abortion. So all of this, and now, not only that, let's say, okay, now she got the abortion. She tried to move on. She moved on. She got, those two other kids with Federline. And then you see what the Federline did to her. Okay? Take the kids away from her. And then, suck money out of her. And then you have the father of Britney Spears, the conservatorship. That woman went through a lot. Okay? The other day, it was maybe last month, she posted something on social media. She was swinging things with knives or whatever. And people were saying, oh, she needs to go back in the conversatory kind of thing, back in the cage again, the way the father was, manipulating her. I'm like, at that time, the only thing that I saw was her doing her crazy thing in front of the camera. I didn't see any kids near her. She was by herself doing her thing, and she decided to post it. How many people we have seen who've done worse than that, but they're running around scot-free into public, okay, into society. She was doing her thing. There was no kids around. So I didn't see anything wrong with it, except for the fact that she didn't need to post it. That was my only issue. She didn't need to post it. And I didn't share it with you. So now we are here. We just find out she had an abortion. So that's another layer of things that happened to her. People don't try to understand her. Even some of the her fans who were going, oh, free Britney, free Britney. Where are they for them to understand the kind of thing she went through? Now, to put another layer of other thing, her misery, I should say, her life misery. You thought the guy who she just married with was gonna be there and protect her. Oh, you thought that guy liked her or loved her. She married him, and the next thing you know, for how long? It wasn't even, I don't know, couple months. The guy left her, and then now hanging around with producers and all of that. For all I know, any movie that guy is in, there's no way my money is gonna go into that. This is the way you make your money talk for you. He abused her as well. So all these layers, just put yourself in her shoes. Put yourself in her shoes. How do you think she's going through it? They probably, I do not know. Again, this is my disclaimer, my humble opinion. I do not know how much pressure was put onto her. She was young, yes. I believe from what I've heard, she was a teen, maybe 17, and Justin was 18. I could understand that. Both of them were young. Their career were just started and everything like that. But for a woman perspective, and again, coming back from a racist state, knowing how those racist mentality rule their women and all of that. I don't know. What state is Justin Timberlake is from? I don't know. Okay? He's a white male, blue eyes. They will always cover for him. So who knows what kind of mentality he has to pressure her to get rid of the baby and all of that. So she went through a lot. Okay? I hope people understand this. She went through a lot. And then now she's on her own again. I don't know what kind of therapy she's having and all of that. She is going through a lot. That abortion, maybe they forced her to have it. How many times that probably went into her mind over and over again. Now her two sons, she doesn't have control of them. Now they are adults. And who knows what nonsense they put in their heads to think of her. Okay? So her life is a mess. Is a mess in the sense that they ruin. People around her ruin her life. Okay, so I'm just giving my opinion. I don't know if I say my whatever is going in my mind right, but this is the way that I see the situation of that. And then knowing that she had an abortion, and it's another layer of thing. From one of the thing I remember she said after married that guy who now left her is that all she wanted to have another baby. And then when during the conservatory and with her father, okay, they forcing her to have what was that pill, to not get pregnant, this kind of thing. Okay, so they were controlling her reproductive and all of that. So all these are layers and layers and layers of things. Layers of things. They abuse her. Every person that come across her, they abuse her. That's the way that I see it. Every single person that comes across her, abuse her. So put yourself in her shoes, see how that feels. Okay, knock on wood, nobody goes through that same kind of experience because this is hard. But if somebody is a fan of Britney Spears, they should understand that aspect of things. Alright, so there's that here. People's putting. Okay, so now people are putting things here. Okay, I'm not gonna play this because I know I will be how do you call this, flag for it. Now we all understand this video clip. Alright, so that's that. You could look for that video. Okay, two consenting adults made a joint decision what was best for them at that period in their lives. I see no issue. What was it? Wasn't she was 17 still? Okay, I'll go into that for a second. Oh, now it makes sense why he was concerned. Was he? I don't follow him. I didn't know he was concerned about it until I was reading some of the comments. Justin Timberlake is concerned about Britney Spears' memoir as he released data approaches, multiple sources tell page 6. Okay, now the other thing that I was thinking with him being concerned about her memoir, okay, what kind of an environment are we living in now? Okay, when it comes to abortion, you have those white supremacists who refuse, who's against abortion. You have Roe versus Wade overturned and all of that. This guy is looking out for himself only. Okay, this is why he doesn't want that backlash to come for him. If you think about it very clearly, this is why. If nobody realizes it. Okay, this is why people need to pay attention to what's going on. Everything is connected. I might be wrong. I don't know exactly his full intention or what's going on in his mind, but I will assume this might be the reason why he will not want people to know that he forced business. I don't know if it's forced or whatever. He wanted to have the abortion. Okay. Meanwhile, I don't know, knowing how women in the southern state is treated and is pressured, is made to, not have a say about their body. Who knows? Okay, all these play a role. All of these. Politics, music, and all of this. Misogynistic and all of that. They play a role into that. Alright, let's see here. Mind you, this was at the peak of her career. That man has always been her number one hater. Okay, like I said, I don't follow them. But, okay. The only reason I stood up for Britney is regarding the let me look for that word. Conservatory. I think that's what it is. Conservatory. So, yeah. Knowing that she was in that conservatorship, right? Am I saying it right? Conservatorship against her will. So all of this play a role into the mindset. All right. So let's see here. And the fact that he went to every platform marking around about their sexual life after a moment like that is sick. Britney deserved better. Oh, I didn't even know. Did he? Did he? Oh my goodness. So that's why he didn't want it to come out. There's that. Oh, this was an insane news to hear, and it might not even be top 5 most surprising things from the book. Alright, people are about to ignore that this was a mutual decision. Yes, it was a mutual decision. Again, my mindset said maybe there was pressure into it, knowing where she grows up and everything else, men and those mentality, white men mentality, women don't have a say in about their body and all of that. So all this play a role into that and all the things that she's going through. All right, with that being said, where's my thing? What was the other one? Is that the first one that I say everything? This is the next tweet. Okay. So there's that. Poor Britney. Justin did her wrong in so many ways. Okay. Britney Spears revealed she had an abortion because Justin Timberlake didn't want to be a father. Like I said, you could understand that. Again, I'll have to be in the room to see and hear what was saying. Obviously, I do not know. And I don't think I plan on buying that book. Alright, so there's my comment here. That probably messed or plays in her mind over many times. Now, the kids she has were taken away from her, and the sense she cannot parent her boys freely. There's the word again, conservatorship. Now, the guy who she thought loved her had other plan. All she said she wanted was to have a baby. Life did her wrong. That's what I was looking for. Life did her wrong. Alright, so that's it. I'm done with Britney. Let's go to the next one. And I hope people understand the situation that she was in. Alright, the life circumstances. Next tweet. Alright, this I posted on my community board. Meghan and Harry back in the United States. She is proudly supporting a Caribbean flower and feed sack shopping bag, supporting local artisan. This upcycled bag is crafted by Alethea and Bernice John. They have a boutique on Bakewell Island, which was impacted by reduced tourism due to COVID. Alright, so there's Meghan here. Alright, Caribbean flower and feed sack shopping bag. So there's that. Thank you so much for your purchase of this authentic Caribbean upcycling feed and flower sack shopping bag made by Alethea John and her mother Bernice John. Okay, Alethea has a little shop, the A&B boutique, on the island of Bequia. Is that in St. Vincent, I think? I don't know. You guys could correct me. Bequia, that has been hit hard by significantly reduced tourism due to COVID. Your purchase is truly appreciated. The East Caribbean feed bags are approximately 18 by 18 with 2 straps. Alright, so that's that. Okay, thanks. That's an ad. Okay, sold out. Damn, we move fast. Already sold out. Great to see. She always support the local business and artisan. Share the link so we can make purchases when they are back in stock. Jeez, she's a 1% sold out fashion marketing genius. I wish she'd buy one of my things and wear it publicly. I love to sell out too. Alright, damn, I could actually afford this and it's sold out. This is the aim of travelers. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Is that the okay? So this is my other tweet regarding Meghan. Okay, it's a video, okay, about Meghan, and I believe there's a music in it, so I'll put my own music. Alright, and then I'm done with the Sussexes. Alright, this kind of love. It's 11 seconds only. Alright.
Sometimes I'm selfish, get jealous.
I like the look they give each other at the end. Okay, so there's the heart. Okay, I love how she looks at him after she pins his badges on. This is what real marriages look like. I support you and you support me. Harry and Meghan like and love each other. They are proud of each other as well. Okay, I'm glad they found each other. So there's me here. That's all he needed. Someone to support him, and she's not going to let her boo go out in public like a mess. He thanked her and she smiled back with small nod saying, "You're welcome." Alright, so that's that. Okay, so I'm done with the Sussexes, Britney, and royal family. Now we are into news. Alright, this is where if you don't want to listen, feel free to stop watching. Okay, and right now I'm like 30 minutes into, so that's perfect. Oh, never mind. Oh, no. So this one is extra. I was like, oh, this is this or whatever. But this is the tweet. Okay? This is the tweet. Good. GB News removed from Welsh Parliament Television. And I thought that was good. The reason I'm sharing this because I find out that Fox News, which is a Rupert Murdoch station, was being shown on airbase. Okay, put nonsense in people's brain. My goodness, I'm telling you, oh my lord. So the soldiers were being fed with stupidity. All right. So when I saw this is what that reminded me, and this is why I'm sharing that with you. GB News removed from Welsh Parliament television. Okay, so there's that. Well done, Wales. A welcome move from the Welsh Senate. Ofcom now needs to remove it from all UK television screen by suspending their broadcasting license. Okay, why? Okay, what is that? Is that an ad? No. It then started with gas chambers. It started with one party controlling the media. There's the thing here. There's the thing here. It started with one party controlling the media, one party controlling the message, one party deciding what is truth, one party censoring speech and controlling the opposition, one party dividing citizens into us versus them and calling on their supporters to harass them. It started when good people turned a blind eye and let it happen. That's the thing here. Wow, this come out of nowhere. I didn't even expect it. This is so true. When you see a wrong, you have to speak up. My goodness. And of all people that's doing to the Middle East, that's doing to the Palestinian, they were the casualty of this. Oh my God. Okay, want to remind us which party has presented on GBN. Okay, oh, the irony. Okay, and also for the sympathizers, if you're ever wondering whether you will have complied during 1930 Germany, now you know. This is your time now. This is your time now. Like I said, some of those people who were putting the Palestinian, who were risking it all, putting those videos on social media and to show what they were going through, this is the thing that's opening some people's eyes. Okay, that is the far right objective. I can't wait for Friday. What's that? When I think that person meant when not a single soul stick around for Andrew bridging worthless little debate about excess death that are made up about 52% unvaccinated. Okay, I don't know what this is. Let's go to the next one. The other news that I want to share with you. All right. That was something I was reading, or did I hear it somewhere? Someone, it could easily be Tyler Perry, or maybe not. I don't know. Whoever said it, I don't remember who. That for African American, their forefathers like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and all of this, they fought too much for them. Okay, for me, for other African American, where they didn't leave anything for them to fight for. Because once they fought for so many things and they somewhat get a little bit of what they want, our generation just rests and they didn't bother to be vigilant, to upkeep what their forefathers like the Martin Luther King and all of this, the Malcolm X, the Rosa Parks and all of that, who fought for what they have given us. We were not being vigilant enough. What we did instead, we relax, we just sit back and enjoy the thing. It's similar, not the same, but somewhat similar to what I've said, and you probably will find it in PYTE, is that like in the 80s, and I said my mother's generation kind of, okay, who didn't really do much in terms of fighting the fight, continue the fight, to be vigilant, where they put the AIDS pandemic into society. They put drugs and alcohol and the black communities and all of that. So these are the things that sort of suppress people in a way. But there were some who kept their head above the parapet, who were still fighting, trying to still keep many African American into the fight. Okay? Am I making sense? Or am I jumping into many into time zone kind of thing? All right, so this is the next tweet. Okay, breaking: Greta Thunberg has just been arrested protesting in London. Climate action, climate crisis. I mean, at this point, if you see those it's like criminals running countries nowadays. All right, if you don't fight for what you feel is right, I mean, what's the point? Because if you just sit back and let them do it, I mean, you'll be subdued and eventually, because those people, they don't feel, when I mean those people, the people in power, a politician, whoever is making the rules and all of that, the police and all of that, they don't care. All right, once they get what they want and the people are not fighting back, I mean, what's the point? What's the point of living if you cannot even live freely and have a decent air quality, decent clean water and all of that? What's the point in just sitting back? You might as well fight. For oh my God, 30 seconds. Let's listen.
No, but you ain't going to be able to close the door if you stand there, are we? So I'm asking you to move back. Welcome to the UK, Greta.
Did they say welcome to UK? Look at her, she's smiling. That's what, put the spotlight on her cause.
Thank you, Greta.
Put the spotlight on her cause. Okay, look at the smirk. Alright, the police did her wrong. Put the spotlight right back on exactly what she went there for. Okay, it's time for us all to step up for life on this planet. I just love her. That's an ad. Can we see the behind scene footage too, please? Unfortunately, it won't do much good. In a few weeks, no one will talk about it anymore. Only if we start to change the system, only then do we have a chance to change something. If we don't, nothing will change. Well, in the UK, I've said this already. The cycle keep on repeating. When it's time for election, the first thing that they're gonna throw at you, immigrant is gonna come and take your place, black people's gonna do this, the same nonsense that they keep on throwing. Meanwhile, they the one who are in power. And then once election come, if you elect them again, guess what? Whatever they were talking about, forget about it. They continue with their nonsense. That's all. Okay, great media training. Two-tier policing will kick in, and she'll be out in an hour with not even her device looked at. There's a thinking face. Yes. So why are they arresting her? Did she, I don't know, cross a line of some sort? All right, so that's it. Now we are into war. I have 6 tweets regarding that. If you don't want to listen anymore, that's regarding Middle East. This is your warning. Don't watch. Okay, I think the first one is a video. Okay, so don't watch if you're not into all of that. Let's pause. Let's look for the pause. Pause. Okay, good. I got it right on time. Okay, next tweet. The moment Israel bombed Gaza Baptist Hospital, over 500 are reported dead. This is a crime against humanity. I made sure to put this first. Okay, this is the thing that people are crying foul for. And many other things. But in this tweet, this is what the rest will follow too. Okay, 16 seconds. My God.
Ya Allah! Ya Allah! Ya Allah!
My God. Okay.
Ya Allah! Ya Allah!
My God. Civilian. Oh, that was a video I was supposed to look for. I'll look for it after that. Okay, we stand with the Palestine. God protect the Muslim of Palestine. Casualties increased to 1,000. Wow. My thought and prayers are up for the families. There's the crying. Allah protect the Muslim of Palestine. Some of the most horrific images I've ever seen are coming from this hospital attack. I'm sorry, I will not be showing you anything that has to do with blood or anything like that. Just imagine, okay? Just imagine. You know what these things will cause. Okay, this is heartbreaking and sad. There's the crying emojis. Okay, source of this claim, there's the, she tagged somebody, community, verify his claim with, there's that. okay, for all our fellow human murderers by genocides, massacres, and military action. Okay, so there's that. Let me look for something. Okay, let's go to the next one. There's a video that I've shared with you before, and I was gonna look for it, but let's go to this. Maybe after that I'll pause and look for it. Oh, I put the wrong one. 1 second. Something went wrong. Not that one. This one. Oh, I did it again. It's the same one. Okay, so never mind. This one is copied twice. Next one. Okay, so there's that. Okay, this is another video. Okay. I want to make sure I pause it before I start. Okay, Anna Button gives an outstanding and brave example of how genuine journalism can expose truth from questions. The accuracy of the question exposes the truth to the lies of the answers. Okay, 1 minute and 34 seconds. Again, that has to do with the bombing.
You saying that every image we see on our television screens has been fabricated from somewhere else, that every child we see pulled from rubble and taken to a hospital running out of supplies is a fake picture?
And in Mosul, there weren't difficult pictures as well. War is very, very difficult. We don't want to see civilian casualties. But who is responsible for this war?
Are you saying, are you saying there is collateral damage of civilians, or are you not saying that? In destroying Hamas, in destroying Hamas, you will destroy Gaza. Do you accept that that is
I don't accept that. I don't accept. I don't accept
your
that.
campaign? Well,
I don't accept that. I think that
Hamas
I don't
hides
accept
in
the rationale.
that they use human shields to protect themselves. So how do you get to Hamas without killing civilians, which is what seems to be happening?
So we are going to make a maximum effort to hit the Hamas machine without doing what we can to avoid civilian casualties. Are you telling me
how many
that because
blocks
no,
have
but
been
I'm
destroyed
asking,
in
may I
Gaza
please
already?
answer? Allow me
Your
to
satellite
question. Are you
surveillance could probably
saying
count
that
for
Hamas
you
has
how many
immunity?
apartment buildings you have destroyed, how many civilian buildings you have destroyed in Gaza City
We don't target
and the
civilian
Gaza Strip.
structures. That is incorrect what you've said. We don't target civilian structures.
So what are those high-rise buildings we've seen destroyed? In Beit Hanun, on the border that I've seen with my own eyes.
They are Hamas targets.
There's a thing. Pay attention to what the lady is saying here. What is she seeing with her own eyes? This is the thing that, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I put a long rant on my community board. Okay, what I was seeing with my own 2 eyes. Civilians, young people with their phone putting the thing out there. This is what I was seeing as well. So you're telling me what I saw wasn't true? It's almost like what that lady is saying here. Let me move it back a little bit so you could pay attention to that part. Okay?
How many civilian buildings you have destroyed in Gaza City
We don't target
and the
civilian
Gaza Strip?
structures. That is incorrect what you've said. We don't target civilian structures.
So what are those high-rise buildings we've seen destroyed? In Beit Hanun, on the border that I've seen with my own eyes.
They are Hamas targets.
What, all of the buildings?
What we target are Hamas strongholds.
Okay. Thank God it stopped here because you were just about to see some images. All right, let's see here. Good. Determine us. Okay. Determine use of question. Holding accountable. All right. She tagged this person here. Hat off Anna. He stuttered from guilt. All right. Free Palestine. That's an ad. Okay. Let me look for that other video, which I shared with you already, but I need to put it right after this. Okay, so this is the video that I was looking for, and I told you I've shared this with you, I believe, on my last video, and I did put a warning that I don't know if it was AI or anything like that. Okay, with that last video that I just shared with you, with that reporter, the lady was asking about, like she should not believe what she saw with her own eyes, and Israel is bombing civilian buildings and all of that. Okay, so with that being said, let me play this again. All right, with a little bit of warning. I don't know if it's actually true or not. Whoever saw this live could only say if what I'm showing here is actually true. Okay? Quote, I try to correct you. The war is not just with Hamas. The war is with all the civilian. Israel soldier Betzo Taja is giving space to correct a CNN presenter that Israel's war in Gaza is in fact against civilian. Okay? The war is not just with Hamas. The war is with all the civilian. Okay? With everything that we just saw. Okay, the other person from that other video that I just showed you saying no, it's not about that, and there's this one who's saying this is what it is about. So they give him his mission. So all is like things that was talked privately is being said out loud. All right, so God is good, making them put themselves in their own. I don't know. People should cry for war crime for these people. All right, so let's listen. My goodness, the amount of people dying for no reason, for stupid people. Listen.
I try to correct you to the answer. The war is not just with Hamas. The war is with all the civilians. That I try to correct you to the answer. The war is not just with Hamas. The war is with all the civilians. That
with all of the civilian. Just imagine, my goodness. Just imagine the war with all the civilians. Okay, I did share that. Let's go back to the other video that I shared with you. Is that this one? With the lady asking whoever that other person. Let me open a new thing. This one. Let's listen to this again.
You saying that every image we see on our television screens has been fabricated from somewhere else, that every child we see pulled from rubble and taken to a hospital running out of supplies is a fake picture?
And in Mosul, there weren't difficult pictures as well. War is very, very difficult. We don't want to see civilian casualties. But who is responsible for this war?
Are you saying...
Who is...
Okay, let's listen to this guy. What the war is about, okay?
I try to correct you to the answer. The war is not just with Hamas. The war is with all the civilians. That I try to correct you to the answer. The war is not just with Hamas. The war is with all the civilians. That
are you saying there is collateral damage of civilians, or are you not saying that? In destroying Hamas, in destroying Hamas, you will destroy Gaza. Do you accept that that is
I don't accept that. I don't accept. I don't accept
your
that.
campaign. Well,
I don't accept that.
You yourself
I think
say
that
Hamas
I don't
hides
accept
in
the rationale.
hospitals, that they use human shields to protect themselves. So how do you get to Hamas without killing civilians, which is what seems to be happening?
My God.
So we are going to make a maximum effort to hit the Hamas machine without doing what we can to avoid civilian casualties. Are you telling me
how many apartment blocks have been destroyed in Gaza already? Your satellite surveillance could probably count
that
for
Hamas
you
has
how
immunity?
many apartment buildings you have destroyed, how many civilian buildings you have destroyed in Gaza City
We don't target
and the
civilian
Gaza Strip.
structures. That is incorrect.
I try to correct you to the answer. The war is not just with Hamas. The war is with all the civilians. That
you've said we don't target civilian structures.
So what are those high-rise buildings we've seen destroyed? In Beit Hanun, on the border that I've seen with my own eyes.
They are Hamas targets.
What, all of the buildings?
What we target are Hamas strongholds.
I try to correct you to the answer. The war is not just with Hamas. The war is with all the civilians. That I try to correct.
Alright, so let me go to another tweet, the next tweet. This is sad. If they could do that to these people, just imagine you. When is it gonna be you? If you people don't see what really is happening here. This is a group, a group of people. Anyone who speak against it, they either fire them or they take them off the air or something like that. Okay, there's some stuff that I saw. I didn't put it on the list. All right, so this is another one here. Israel forces kept up their bombardment of Gaza after diplomatic efforts to arrange a ceasefire to allow foreign citizens to leave and aid to be brought into the besieged Palestinian enclave fail. All right, let's listen. 2 minutes, 8 seconds.
People here. These people here. These people here live. It's not life.
Palestinians and foreign nationals flocked towards the Rafah crossing on Monday, seeking to flee across the Egyptian border. But as food, water and fuel run short in Gaza,
My God.
hopes for a brief ceasefire in the south to let foreign passport holders leave and aid get in were dashed. As Israel intensified its bombardment ahead of an expected ground assault, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said there was no truce, hours after Egyptian security sources told Reuters an agreement had been reached on Rafah. Gaza residents said the overnight Israeli strikes were the heaviest in 9 days of conflict, since the attack on Israel by Hamas militants that killed 1,300 people.
My God.
The bloodiest single day in the state's 75-year history. As US Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived in Israel for talks on Monday, Iran said the United States should be held to account for its role in the conflict. In Khan Yunis, rescuers pulled the bodies of children from the rubble. They belonged to the Zugmat family, and they'd fled bombing in northern Gaza to take refuge with relatives. Abid Rabaya is a neighbour.
We were inside the house when we saw bodies scattering, flying through the air. The bodies of children who have nothing to do with the war. They were safe at home and they knew nothing. Their bodies were thrown into the air.
Authorities in Gaza say a quarter of the 2,750 people killed in the bombardment have been children.
My God.
Another 1,000 people are missing, believed to be under the rubble. Israeli planes bombed 3 headquarters of the Civil Emergency and Ambulance Service in Gaza City, killing 5 people and paralysing rescue services in those areas, health officials said. Fuel reserves at all hospitals in the enclave are only expected to last another 24 hours, putting thousands of patients at risk, the United Nations Humanitarian Office said early Monday.
All right, let's go to the next one. I don't know what to say. We're gonna read the same thing, people sorry and all of that. So let's go to the next one. There's this receipt. Netanyahu appointed Israel digital spokesperson Hannah, whatever his name is, I can't even read it. Hananyanya Naftali, okay, just posted, then deleted a tweet admitting that Israel bombed the Baptist hospital in Gaza, killing 500 civilians. Only problem, Naftali reported that the IDF thought they hit a terrorist base. Okay, so there's the tweet here. Breaking: Israeli Air Force struck a Hamas terrorist base inside a hospital in Gaza. A multiple number of terrorists are dead. It's heartbreaking that Hamas is launching rockets from hospital, mosques, schools, and using civilians, as you mentioned. Nah, that's not true. Thank you. So they post their nonsense and then they quickly deleted it. Okay, this is my last one for this. This is heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking. Alright, so this now I post this here. The reason I'm sharing this, I'm thinking we all live in a bubble. They're running from one place to another and they have no control of the border. From what I understand from one of the videos that I share with you, Egypt control 2 and control 1 and Israel control 2 of them. There's 3 borders that they could cross and they have no control of it. It's like a fishbowl. They inside of a fishbowl. Okay, events are dramatically escalating. Turkey is angry, rightfully so. Hundreds of people are driving toward the Kosik base in Turkey, Malatya province, where U.S. troops are stationed. My God. Oh my God. Let's see here. Let's play. 14 seconds. That's sad. Very sad. All this is for land. They want their land. See what happened to the Native Americans is playing over. What happened to the Native Americans and all of that? There's one video. I went really deep on it, so I don't want to go back to that. It's almost the same thing here, but this is at another level. God, do your thing. This cannot go on. Those people who live into, war. When there's war, they make money. So they're creating war. So I just don't freaking understand this. People don't live forever. So I don't understand this. All right, so let's do a prayer. I'm not even going in the comment, but we already know everybody feels sorry. All right, prayer for, let's do healing. I don't know if it's healing, peace, what else? To stop bloodshed. I don't know. Let's do that. Prayer to stop bloodshed. Prayer saves South Africa from pain and bloodshed. Okay, I implore you to come and stop these outrageous crimes, death, robberies, and hijacking. Brings your archangel, Saint Michael, Saint Gabriel. Let's look for an image. Let's look at this. Okay, I beseech you, one and all, to add your prayers to mine to the end that war and bloodshed cease, and that love, friendship, peace, and unity reign in the world. Okay, so let's look into this. This is the prayer. Lord, I repent for anyone in my family line who offered sacrifices that were not favorable and right. I repent for any withholding of the first fruit and the best portion. I present for all wrong motives and attitude of heart. I repent for anger, resentment, and bloodshed of my brother. Lord, please forgive any bloodshed and bring peace to the blood that cries out. Let's leave it as that. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. Okay, so this is one of the videos that I'm... Oh, there's an issue. What's the issue? Copyright. What's the copyright is about? This one. 32 and 33. What is it? Okay, I'll look into it. This is something I need to look into. I probably need to cut it. Yeah, that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
We ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.